Douglas County Sheriff's Office is continuing to look for a third suspect in the shooting death of 14-year-old Kyra Scott. And investigators arrested her 13-year-old brother and a 19-year-old. Both are charged with her murder. The sheriff says the 13-year-old was allegedly selling ghost guns, and then the 19-year-old and another suspect came to the home and stole one, causing the brother to open fire and accidentally shooting his 14-year-old sister, killing her. 11 Alive's Don White is in the studio with us tonight explaining why they're called ghost guns and why anyone can legally buy parts to make them. Don.
Well, ghost guns are untraceable firearms made from parts bought online. The Atlanta criminal defense lawyer that we spoke to for the story, he says you don't have to be of a certain age to buy the parts online.
Federal law right now does not control or cover ghost guns. And so no matter who you are, if you're a child, if you're a convicted felon, if you're a terrorist, you can go online and purchase these parts, get the parts, construct a firearm, even though it would have been illegal for you to possess that firearm if you went to the store and tried to purchase it.
11 Alive legal analyst Paige Pate says it's a federal crime to scratch off a serial number from a firearm. But there's a loophole with ghost guns, since they're made without a serial number and are sold as just parts.
Under federal law, the part for a firearm is not a firearm. And federal law only regulates firearms. Now, there's an exception if it's an automatic weapon. A part of a machine gun is still a machine gun. But for a regular firearm, a semi-automatic firearm, a part is not the firearm.
The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says the brother had been making and selling the homemade weapons on the street. Now, some people may be wondering, could his parents face criminal charges?
There is a Georgia law called reckless conduct, and it can apply when a parent is so negligent that he or she is allowing things to happen in the house that could be criminal and that could ultimately hurt someone, and that's exactly what happened here.
Pate says it doesn't matter if a parent knew their child was making guns in the home.
You have a certain obligation as a parent to know what's happening in your house, especially with your kids. Because if the parent basically says, look, whatever happens in that room, I don't know about, that's not good enough under Georgia law.
President Joe Biden proposed measures to curb gun violence in the spring. One of them would direct the ATF to classify gun kits as firearms. Public comment for that measure ended in August, but the agency still hasn't acted. Coming up at 6, Pate's message to parents.